following is a presentation of TFNN. The Global Market Pulse with your host, John Logan. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, John Logan.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the show. Hope you guys are having a good start to the weekend, Friday morning here. Let's take a look at the Japanese yen really quick. Here's a long-term, some comments out or really some actions out that, they're not going to get the printing presses going like we thought they were. So, again, right in the middle of a fair auction here, hadn't really had that daily close back above 105.34. If you look at the daily situation here, you'll notice, we reached our targets earlier about that 107.50, 107.70 unfair highs on the weekly. And, long-term trade, just got to wait and see now. Again, actions out. Not as credit happy as we thought they were going to be. Taking a look at the British pound really quick here. Again, one of my favorite trades out there right now with stops below 130. That general area. Here's a daily. Here's a weekly. Just to hit the currencies really quick. Nothing really changing here. There's that 130.19. That's kind of Custer's last stance on the downside there. A great place to orient stops, by the way. Australian dollar is kind of swimming around here. I like how it's acting in general. I think we are going to head higher as we've been talking about, and that's about it for the currencies right now. Let's go right and cover the couple of usual suspects on the future side, and then we're going to hit some earnings-related stocks, and we're getting through it. Here's the S&Ps. In general, we're going to come back to this. This is kind of a wild state that we're in here. Just literally, I think yesterday we hit again 2169 up top. And is that even possible? No. Here we go. 2168.50, rounded off 2169 up top, and down below 2153. That unfair low is 2152. That's very rare you see that, actually. 2 days in a row, just kind of up. Usually indicative of, all things considered, a continuation pattern north. We're going to take a look at the notes really quick. And here's where our targets were on the notes up top there. We backed off of that. We've hit it this morning. Well, let me see here. Hold on. Yeah. I don't know what you consider morning, but we hit it earlier. I'm so mixed up on my time zones. So here's the high today, 132.27. The unfair highs are 132.28 on this profile, and we backed off. That's the nice thing about these profiles. Gives you targets and areas to play defense. Talk about that a lot, and I love these levels. Hope you guys enjoy them. These are all in the scanner, so don't feel like you need the indicators. I'm just showing you the visuals on the charts just to, eSignal's a really decent platform. I've loved it for years. All right, so let me do this. Pull this up. All right, so looking at crude. This is, again, we talked about not having anything to really lean on to play defense down here. This is the September contract. We're getting near 40, and as we look at this on the weekly, there is some support down here at around 39.52. So that's going to be where you could have a trading opportunity. There's really been no reasons to play around with this on the long side yet. We've been talking about this. No new profiles attempting to appear. No new ways to play defense here on crude. 39.50. Let's see. Let me just restate that number. 39.52 is going to be a big number. It's kind of That's a cool number because, we get near these whole numbers around 40. A lot of times, people are trying to buy around these whole numbers, and that's kind of a decade number there. 39.52, that unfair low from before, that kind of gives it a little bit of room to kind of flush some people out on some stops below 40. So, again, I think 39.52 might be in order here. How does that make sense? All right, so take a look at gold. Again, hitting the usual suspects here just to give you guys some kind of relative bearings here on the stock market. I still like this from the long side. I still like stops on long term below 13.15. Gold is a very volatile instrument right now. And unless you're trading the mini contract, it's hard to give it a lot of room at $100 a point. But let's take a look at the 240s here. Again, this is indicative of higher price action. And, here's your support right now, 13.24 approximately down there. And on gold, again, I think you're pretty much clear sailing at least up to 13.59.9, 13.60. Dollar, coming off a little bit here, off of the FOMC minutes, still kind of sloughing back, but you've got massive support on 95.76 on the dollar. We had gotten up into this neighborhood up here, and then the FOMC minutes, and you guys know about rolling the dice before, stuff like that. Let's hit a couple more before we go to break here. Usual suspects. I want to hit silver, just again, long and strong. Here's the 240s on silver. Again, I think this is a long-term play. Try not to get shaken out. Okay. Beans. This is a sad situation here. Did get a little bit of a bounce off of this 973.5. Just, I don't know what to say. I mean, these things look pretty ugly. And again, now we're starting to gravitate below that daily profile. Something with not a lot of leverage here. September wheat, similar situation. It's hard to get excited about these things with the fundamentals out there right now on any type of reversal north. Let's take a look at the XLE. And again, with oil coming off again, you may have some lower numbers here this morning. It looks like we haven't started printing yet. So as we look at this, we talked about this thing really hanging in there. We may actually pierce 66.47 today, but I like how it's holding up on a relative strength scale a lot. And there's some stocks in there that are easily relative strength plays. Guys, we'll be right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. John takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the show. Taking a look at Rockwell Collins. Again, not anything to write home about. Not a super exciting stock. COL. Getting its head back above our daily numbers there. I mean, my bias on the market's kind of towards north. A lot of these stocks that have met weekly support. This is a little thing called downtrend reversals here. Let's take a look at the ICE. Okay, wow. Yeah. Looks decent. Support there, 264.08. Let's take a look at TripAdvisor. What do you know? Target 73.55 in the short run on TripAdvisor. Let's take a look at breakdowns. Again, you know, a lot of these stocks that could be considered breaking down. Hanes Brands, HBI. There you go, right there. Man, that was a nice little trade up there, 27.54. And again, if you want to find these things, these downtrend reversals, a lot of times these will have, like that Hanes brand, it'll have that real time when it happens. Let's take a look at Zions Bank Corporation. Downtrend reversal. Yep, I'd say that's reversal. There's TripAdvisor. Illumina Incorporated. I think of Illuminati when I say that. All right, so again, you're going to see these. You know, if you're looking at the scanner and looking, and again, I'm kind of jumping around here. Let me go back to this. If I go into the scanner and I choose bottom here in a manual sort, I'm going to be able to kind of see candidates as they meet this criteria real time. So I'm going to find things that are just coming into or hovering around or even coming down into major support here on the weekly. And that's what this particular key is for over here. Downtrend reversals, downtrend resistance. Here you go, uptrend reversals, uptrend support. So here's uptrend support here. So it's going to find things that are in an uptrend that are pulled back. So let's take a look at Halliburton here. So there's that daily unfair low support, and there's the weekly unfair low. So we were talking about Halliburton the other day, or maybe yesterday, and if you look at the, the scanner and what it's basically saying here, and I'm going to pull this up to the side here. So there's Halliburton. God dang it! Let me get this in the same screen here. There's Halliburton. There's bottom, bottom. So it's going to find things that are kind of in a dual support type situation. And if I go into the scanner, and these are uptrend supports, so these are stocks that are kind of in an uptrend and are coming into major confluence support here. Let's take a look at EOG Resources. It's another XLE stock. Similar situation. There's bottom, bottom, weekly, daily, coming into support from above, uptrend coming into support from above. Bank in New York Mellon. Let's take a look at this one. That's just kind of, I don't like this one. I don't like the XLF, put it that way. Citigroup. I don't like these XLF stocks. This is very similar to the XLF in general. I'd love to see that XLF break down below that area. Let's take a look at it. It'll be a very similar chart right there. Just waiting for it to break. Market could drag some of these things up, though. Broad stock market, that is. So just be prepared for that. That's why I use the scanner. I'm trying to find candidates that are a little bit more attractive technically than trying to short the market. And if the market's going to go up, you obviously can look at uptrend support. Stocks that have kind of come down and are possibly going to move up, that have been in an uptrend with the market moving up again. So let's take a look at a couple others here. Crown Castle International. So there's your kind of long-term uptrend, but coming right into that area. This reminds me of ExxonMobil, guys. CCI, there's your, I don't know if it's a back the truck up area, Tucker, but 96.26 unfair highs. Nice little gem there. Hasn't cooperated with the market lately, but again, coming into a trading bounce opportunity. Take a look at CCI. Ford Motor Company. Let's take a look at this one. You guys know the drill there. But again, coming down into that unfair high at 1268. Sitting right there. Let's take a look at Ralph Lauren. Here we go. This is an interesting little stock. I mean, I'm not a big fan of this sector or what's going on with this stock in general, but we poked our head above. We've had a good relative strength trade lately relative to the market, and we're coming down in support. And if the market goes higher, this might actually, since the technical break in pattern has happened in RL, maybe a nice little trade here on the long side. All right. Stocks that are in a strong downtrend. Let's just take a look at stocks that are in a downtrend here by definition. So Baidu coming up into those daily unfair highs. Not really participating lately. Darden Restaurants. Man, this is ugly. Ugh. And Southwest Airlines. Let's take a look at this one. Had some announcements the other day. This one looks really, really sick still, guys. I mean, you've got something to lean on to play defense on the short side. If the market comes off, this thing could just get pummeled again and really flush some people out down below these recent lows. And again, you've got some areas to kind of meet as targets down here on LUV. And again, I hate these guys telling jokes and trying to make you laugh while you're on an airplane. Here we go. Staples. Talked about this the other day. I kind of like how this is acting. 54.22. Nice little situation there. Again, weekly unfair highs. We bounced a little bit off there already. Do I think we can get back into fair auction on the dailies? Yeah, I do. I actually do. So let's take a look at Apple. What do you do with this now? I mean, I've got a bias on the long side in the market in general. I don't know if you should be shorting a stock that's now gotten above weekly unfair highs with the market bias possibly long here. So I think this is kind of a leave it alone for a little bit. Guys, we'll be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. Here's the Euroboon. Don't mention this a lot. Coming down in support here, 167.01. In my opinion, nice trade. There's no stepping off the gas pedal for these guys. As far as innovative concepts to drive the economy, how can they say those types of things with a straight face? Amazing. Anyway, healthcare sector. Obviously kind of got going again yesterday. sector that's had relative strength is something you don't want to play around with on the short side, in my opinion. Market could drag this thing up too. Let's see here. A couple of earnings. Columbia Sportswear, we're going to leave that alone. That's got such a relativity to global warming now, huh? I'm just kidding. Consumer sentiment out at 10 o'clock. How could anybody be unhappy? Let's take a look at Facebook. Not the one to short here, guys. Got support here, 240 unfair highs, 124.17. Talked about that, actually. And that's the pullback on the crazy move up, and that's the day trade and bounce situation there. Let's take a look at the futures. Did have some GDP numbers come out. Again, you know, stepping back and taking a look at the bigger picture, they're going to keep printing money. They're not going to raise rates, more than likely. And we're rattling around in the middle of a very thin fair auction after a massive move up, and looking like we're consolidating the move higher. Let's take a look at IBM. Not the one to short. I always get emails about IBM. People have been in it for 40 years. Never taken it off. Don't know why they care. Let's take a look at a couple other stocks that were earnings related. Las Vegas Sands. I'm going to take a wild guess on this one. Here's where we're at. Looks like pre-market 49. So we're down a little bit this morning. Here's the long-term on Las Vegas Sands. And as we look at this, gonna have to wait for a new daily profile, in my opinion. This thing's gone a little bit too far, too fast. Sprint. $6 looks like it's pre-market $5.99. So let's go back in time a little bit on Sprint. Wow. Interesting. So what do you do with this now? It's just been getting clubbed for a long time. Actually, you got some good news here. You're going to have a new profile today on Sprint. And when you go into the scanner, all you have to do is, actually, if you want to see something, new profiles, boom, I can click that. And I'm going to go down here, and Sprint is not in our scanner. I just realized that. Anyway, we're going to have new profiles on our chart today. If you want to know about that, email me. I don't think it's in our scanner. A couple other stocks. Let's take a look at Under Armour. Again, earnings. I wonder how much they pay for that advertisement on Jordan Spieth. Does anybody know? Not great numbers, pulling back below 40.39 here. And as we look at the daily, nothing, you know, really to. I don't see any leverage whatsoever playing around with this thing right now. A rally back up into 40.39 would be something I'd be looking at to be short if I had to trade this. Let's take a look at UTX. All right, so UTX almost getting a weekly close, maybe above 107.07. Obviously a stock that, and again, this is another thing, you know, you can find these opportunities in the scanner coming down into 97. You know, again, major inflection points. This stock has acted super well at these long-term inflection points. There's boom, boom, retraced back. Wow. All right, so a weekly close above 107.07 is going to be pretty big impact for this stock, and then you'd be looking at that possibly for support for it to even move higher. I like how it's working with the market. I want to take a look at the utilities really quick. So again, thirst for yield, alternative solution. This is long term on the utilities. You still got some decent high risk reward relative strength plays in the utilities and the scanner. I like how this thing has gotten back above. Excuse me, guys. Let me get this screen that way. How we've gotten back above 51.65 on this. The 10-year is kind of meandering around here a little bit, and the market may go higher, which could cause the 10-year to go down. But again, I like how the utilities are hanging in here. 51.65 support on it right now. Could go back and retest 53 up top. And let's go into the scanner and look at a couple of utilities here. All right, so let's pull up our daily kind of profile view here. Let's hit the utilities. As you can see, breadth has changed to negative a little bit, but again, you know, when you're looking, let's say utilities, we just talked about that 51 and some change areas on support on the utilities. 10 years probably not going to go down. And if you're looking to buy stocks that are in the utilities, you can come in here and look at something like this. Let's just take a look at AmeriCorp. All right, so the reason I picked it, not because it was the first one, is because when I look at these cell structures, I look at the colors, I'm saying, that looks attractive, that doesn't look attractive. I really don't need to see the charts, but I'm going to show you the charts. So I'll look at this 56 with the arrow up. That means we've been in an uptrend, and more than likely we're sitting at the support on the regulator of the trade up. So when I go into this, it's just really easy and cool. I mean, we've been in an uptrend. We're kind of sitting around a little bit, I think, outperforming utilities in general. We pulled back into this area, and I think we could shoot higher. I like how it's basing, and I like how you can play defense here. All right, let's take a look at a couple others. Center point, let's see what this looks like. Similar. The only problem here is you got a new profile trying to appear and lock in, and that's what that yellow thing means. But, you know, strong stock pulling back to support. It is what it is. Guys, we're going to look at a couple other picks from the XLE sector when we come back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. We're still in the XLU, was just kind of looking at some of the cell structures. I mean, when I look at a stock, sometimes I try to just put myself in the other camp and say, what would I be thinking if I was short this stock? Would I be concerned? Yes, I would be concerned. SCG coming down into support on the weekly unfair highs, 73.62. I like it. You know, again, the XLU stocks can pull back. Be prepared for that. But again, you know, turning the rents the same way. Looks like there's not a happening on the rate front. Let's take a look at the XLF. Oh, excuse me, the ETFs again. Let's look at the XLF situation. There it is. Top of the heap as far as breadth calculations. I'm not a huge fan of this sector right now, especially. Let's go back into the XLF. Let's pull it up. We talked about this earlier. You know, kind of playing around with these unfair highs on the weekly, and the market could drag this particular sector higher, even if the rates are not in a widening yield curve, exciting manner. But we're going to take a look at some XLF stocks that might be weak stocks that could be sold in case the market comes back and the rates go higher. I think we've got a caller, Lou from Nashua. Are you there, Lou?
Yeah, how you doing?
Doing all right. How are you?
Okay, I bought a call on Google before earnings.
Okay.
It's an August 19th call.
Okay.
And I'm just wondering to take profits now or just let it ride.
Let me look at it. That's awesome if you rolled the dice and picked a good lottery ticket there. That's awesome.
I rolled the dice.
You know what? There's something to be said about having that as part of your portfolio. Is just, you know, being able to put really high risk reward scenarios in place like that.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure you were risking a couple of dollars to make quite a few. You know, that's great. And that's really the way to play these earnings a lot of times. And a lot of times, I don't know, have you ever traded spreads around these earnings, or are you just kind of more?
No, unfortunately, no, just going straight options.
And you know what? That's a lot of people should listen to that. Keeping it simple is, I've said before, sometimes I put butterflies on that ended up looking like pterodactyls later. So I like the keep it simple thing. So Google, so let's try to get your question answered here. I mean, my general thoughts on the market is that it's going to head higher. You know, let's see where we're at today. Hold on. Okay, so 775. And I'm showing weekly and daily prints that are coming through the feed here. The 240s and the 60s obviously have it. You know, I think you got to take, have you got more than one contract on?
No, unfortunately, I chickened out.
Okay. All right. Well, I was going to say you could pair out of some of it, but, you know, when you have gap ups like this, and we're now, you know, in the above the former weekly unfair highs. Man, I'm so happy for you on this trade. I'd have to take this off. I mean, you know, if you force me to make a decision here, I think the market's going to head higher. It could drag this higher, but you know, you could have some people just walking in wanting to take some off the table, and that could drive it down itself.
That's what I thought. That's what I was going to do.
Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong taking profits on this one right now. That it did what you know the trade did what it was supposed to, and you got to also remember that the volatility is just going to collapse in the option premium. So I would take this off.
Okay, great advice. I appreciate it, John.
You're welcome, Lou. Thanks for
Thank you
calling,
very
by the way.
much.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so let's go back to the XLF. You know my feelings on it. So if we're looking to try to find some things to short, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I think you've got. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Bank of New York Mellon. I'm just going to look around here, and I'm just, again, looking at the cell structures, looking at the colors, and trying to find some things that I don't have to surf through every one of them. Let's see here. So, Essex Property Trust. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not acting well lately, but I think you've got some better shorting opportunities here. Let's take a look at Lincoln National. Yeah. I think we got better opportunities in this one. And I'm kind of walking you through what I mean, I don't like how this thing is consolidating here after it's kind of, it's coming off, planing off, and, you know, any type of market move up you could have better opportunities to short out there, put it that way. Let's take a look at Public Storage. Well, I mean, this one's even sitting on support down here, but any types of moves below 238.22. Let's look at this on e-signal for a second. PSA. Great question a while ago, by the way. Thanks, Lou, for calling in. So here's Public Storage, an expensive stock. Got hit yesterday. Here's 237.75. That's where it's trading at right now. That's a real net. We have it printed this morning. That was yesterday's close. So Public Storage, you know, I know this thing's come off pretty significantly lately, but, you know, it doesn't have to bounce here. You know, the market, again, could move up a little bit. That could drag some things up, but you keep your eye on this one. If this thing just kind of consolidates down here and doesn't want to get away from 237, and especially starts moving below it, especially on a daily close, I think you've got to be shorting this stock. And people may be looking at it and go, wow, isn't that a double bottom? Wow, isn't that support? You have to kind of wait and see on this one and just let it do what it's going to do for a little bit. And if it sits down here and doesn't want to move up with the market, then you got a winner. You just hammer this thing below 238.22. I'd put it on my radar screen for sure. Okay, let's go back to the scanner for a second. All right, okay, let's go back and just kind of keep surfing. All right, let's take a look at Equity Residential. Nothing to really play defense on that one. Just kind of allowing you to watch me go through my normal. Here we go. Wait a minute, I hit the wrong one here. Let's take a look at HST. So this is one, again, you know, we're coming down into, and the reason I picked it up was because you've got a top there. So we've closed above and we come back and retested this, and the stock's been kind of outperforming the market lately. So this is one I'd be looking at to definitely not short. And in fact, if I was going to buy some financials, I'd be looking at this to actually own HST.
Guys, right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Larry Pesavento, a 40-year veteran trader. He uses pattern recognition, Gartleys, butterflies, ABCs, and Fibonacci in order to trade these markets. Trade what you see. Next on TFNN.
Just lost my screens. Hold on, guys. All right, we're going to pull up our currency server again here. How are we doing? We still got it? We back? Yeah, okay, good. So we had a question about the yen. I want to take a look at this Aussie dollar moving up right now. Again, I think the leverage is always on the long side with this, and until we at least get to 77.46. I hate this thing sometimes because, you know, it's just not doing it very easily, but things don't go in a straight line. Again, that's my ultimate target, 77.46 in the short run. I think we could actually move much higher than that. Let's take a look at the yen. You know, there's some folks on the BOJ that obviously have trading accounts in another country that they are playing with the numbers to have a slush fund on the side. I'm just kidding. You know, when everybody's on the same side of the trade, sometimes this happens. And when you look at what's going on here, and I mean, I've got friends in in Japan. I talked to actually one of the guys who they used to call the King of Tokyo, Ed Brogan. He's a smart guy. He went to Harvard MBA. He was actually the top hedge fund manager over there for 10 straight years in Asia. And he doesn't really understand this either. But again, a lot of people are on the same side of the trade of this particular instrument going up and becoming devalued. We did meet our targets before, remember? And we talked about, all right, it's time to sit on the sidelines. We got to wait and see if we close above, or maybe we can try to fiddle around with some more support later. And that support later was, for me, around 105.34, because I thought we were just going to kind of compress, and then shoot through 107 again. That didn't happen. That's trading. But the larger move has been made here already. And that larger move from that 101 area that I kind of thought was a very ripe area, 101.33 to be exact, up into 107.5. That's a 600 pip move. So now you're just in an area that you can't play defense anymore. There's nothing to really lean against on the yen trade down here. I don't feel comfortable with that. I need to now see another daily profile appear to feel better about things. And that's just, I'm looking at it from more of a longer term perspective. So I need those weeklies or dailies to show me things. Okay. And, again, with a lot of people on the same side of the trade thinking the same thing, a lot of times they have to be forced out. And, that may be what's happening here. And the rhetoric coming out from Japan, from the folks in control of the printing presses, has not been really conducive for this thing to become devalued again. So that's the situation there. Yeah, that Aussie looks good. The euro, this is why the hedge has been in place for me. Try to stick in this thing. We didn't exactly meet my targets. That blows. So again, I'm just in the hedge on this one, not trying to trade the euro right now, just trying to stay in the long-term view. All right. Guys, keep the questions coming in the den. And Lou, great call today. A lot of people are in that same situation. And I actually commend you of not wanting to take profits immediately all the time. A lot of people have a disease where they see some profits, they just want to take them. But in that instance, you got to think about it. The option did what it was supposed to. You won. Take the money and leave. Guys, thanks a lot. Stay tuned for Larry and all the guests on TFNN.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.